Drop it! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Store security flagged down officers after a man stole a box of kitchen knives, injuring an employee in the process. One knife, an 8-inch chef's knife, was missing. The suspect, later identified as 28-year-old Dea Abdelhadi Halaibe, turned up at the front doors of the Santa Monica police station.
Okay, let me talk to them first, and then we can talk. Is that okay?
Were they here?
Yeah,
Get on the ground!
While an officer spoke with another resident, Halaibe suddenly pulled out the knife and attacked. The officer was slashed and stabbed, but managed to retreat and draw his weapon.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Halaibe chased him around the building, continuing the attack until an officer-involved shooting brought it to an end. Halaibe did not survive. The officer spent one night in the hospital and is expected to recover. One reckless act was enough to turn an ordinary afternoon into chaos. No one could walk away from unchanged. In Gulfport, a silver Kia Soul stopped outside a Family Dollar with 5 teens inside.
Stop! Stop! Stop it!
15-year-old Jaheim McMillan stepped out holding a pistol. As he ran toward the store, ignoring commands, an officer fired.
Stop! Stop! Stop it! Hey, shots fired! Shots fired! We're at Family Dollar! Shots fired! 8th Avenue! Get on the ground! Get out of the car!
He was rushed to the hospital but did not survive. Another teen with a gun fled and was caught, while the remaining 3 were detained. When youth meet weapons, the path ahead can close faster than anyone expects.
Get the line! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Police were called for a welfare check on Sydney Wilson, 33, after a mental health professional raised concern. When Officer Peter Liu knocked, Wilson first closed the door, then reopened it and came forward with a knife.
How are you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Back up, back up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, man. I'm not supposed to do it. Please back up. Oh, yeah. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Shots were fired. Wilson did not survive, and the officer had minor injuries. A welfare check turned into a sudden confrontation. Should more mental health specialists be directly involved in cases like this? Comment yes if you agree. Gunfire broke out on a Brooklyn street, and within minutes, police were tracking the suspect in a black Honda Accord. A witness gave officers the car's description and plate. Units quickly spotted it, but the driver sped off, leading a chase through crowded streets. The pursuit ended on Utica Avenue when the Honda crashed. As officers closed in, 21-year-old Christopher Ferguson stepped out and pointed a gun at them. Officers Aguilar and Race fired. Ferguson was hit and did not survive. The driver was also wounded but treated. One reckless choice with a gun was enough to turn a busy street into a moment of danger for everyone. Just after 3:30 a.m., patrol officers were called to the Mayako Hotel on East 1st Street about a suspect with a knife threatening staff. They encountered 41-year-old Douglas Hill. At first, he held only a cell phone and ignored repeated commands from the officers.
Face the wall. Face the wall. Face the wall. Hey. Don't reach for your knife. Don't reach for your knife. Do not reach for your knife.
Moments later, Hill pulled a knife from his sweater and advanced toward one of the officers. Despite multiple warnings, he kept moving forward. Gunfire erupted. Hill was taken to the hospital in stable condition. No one else was hurt. Bringing a weapon into a confrontation puts yourself in danger and reduces the chances for anyone to walk away safely.
Drop the knife! Hey, get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get out of the car!
Police responded to a trespassing call on 56th Place and confronted a black BMW in a cul-de-sac. As officers approached, the driver rammed a police car and tried to flee. Commands to stop were ignored.
Get out of the car! 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 Shots fired at the police! Shots fired by the police! Get out of the car! Get out! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Get out of the car! Hey!
Shots were fired at the moving car. In the chaos, one officer was accidentally struck in the hand by a fellow officer's bullet. A tourniquet was applied, and he was rushed to the hospital. The BMW escaped. The injured officer is recovering. It was a stark reminder that in moments of split-second pressure, risk can come from every direction. At 10:15 p.m., police arrived on South Jeffrey Boulevard for a gun call. The suspect, 31-year-old Rakeem Kendall, fled on foot. Kendall pointed his gun at officers. Shots were fired but missed. He kept running, still armed, turning back toward police several times. Another officer fired, but also missed. The chase ended on South Cyril Avenue, where Kendall was taken into custody. A loaded Glock 40 with an extended magazine and multiple baggies of suspected cannabis were recovered. Kendall was treated for minor injuries and now faces multiple felony charges. It's a reminder that running with a weapon only multiplies the danger for everyone. Deputies tried to stop 35-year-old Ryan Swartley, wanted on federal drug charges out of Minnesota, after spotting him outside a condo. Instead of pulling over, he sped off, reaching more than 90 miles an hour. The chase tore through city streets, with Swartley striking 2 civilian cars and damaging police vehicles. A pit maneuver finally stopped the truck, and Swartley was taken into custody on multiple charges. One decision at high speed turned a busy city into risk for everyone, showing how quickly freedom can shrink when responsibility is left behind. A Saturday morning turned dangerous when 49-year-old Michael Roll ran a stop sign, hit another driver, and then threatened him on Beauchene Road. As police arrived, he fled at nearly 100 miles per hour. The chase ended when his car flipped and crashed into a fence on Thorpe Road. Roll was arrested at the scene. He is now facing multiple charges. A moment of rage behind the wheel can turn a routine drive into a road with no safe return. Dearborn, Michigan. Around 5:30 a.m., officers saw Marcus Flowers, 28, pouring fuel and setting fire to Dearborn Fresh Supermarket.
Okay, we'll get it. I'll see you on the way. Grab the further assistance, Dearborn Fresh.
He fled in a car, swerving through city streets with police close behind.
Gray Buick. They just went northbound.
Chevy Malibu, no plate. Do you have a color?
Warren Prospect, still westbound. Let me have all the units come from the other side. They lit up the whole place on fire. Three, I'm ramming them.
Three, okay, ramming the vehicle.
At one point, he rammed a patrol car, jumped a curb, and kept running until his vehicle was forced to a stop. Flowers bailed out and tried to escape on foot. He was quickly tackled and handcuffed. The fire was contained, no one was hurt. Starting a blaze and fleeing police may last minutes, but the consequences reach far longer. Turned tense in the South Shore neighborhood when officers responded to reports of a man armed with a large knife robbing people outside local businesses.
Heading westbound.
Two officers chased 31-year-old Davis, ordering him to drop the knife. A taser failed to stop him, and at 3:15 p.m., he advanced again. One officer fired, striking him. He was taken to the University of Chicago hospital in critical condition and later died. A call for protection ended with an irreversible turn. When weapons enter crowded streets, the balance of safety is instantly broken for everyone nearby. In a quiet corner of South Hanover Street, a routine patrol turned into a split-second standoff. Officers approached a man they believed connected to an ongoing case.
We'll just check it.
You got it on you today, my man. It was all on video. When you were shooting up the garage last week, or a couple days ago.
Okay, anything.
All right, well, as long as you ain't got a gun on you, all right. Kind of figured you probably got rid of it after we came by earlier. But figured we should probably check just in case.
But as questions began, he rose and pointed a gun directly at them. Despite repeated commands to drop the weapon, he refused.
Yo! Whoa! Yo! Put it down! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Gunfire erupted. One officer was hit, but his injuries were not life-threatening.
Yo! Put it down! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
The man, later identified as 39-year-old Anthony Ferguson, did not survive. Some confrontations aren't about winning or losing. They're about moments where a choice could change everything. And when fear pulls the trigger, no one walks away untouched.
Stop.
A black sedan sped down I-10, ignoring 3 patrol cars pulled over with officers standing just feet away. The driver slowed as if to stop, then suddenly hit the gas. The car weaved onto the shoulder, then slipped back into traffic like a game of cat and mouse. But this wasn't just a reckless driver. The vehicle was linked to a homicide in Orlando. Multiple units joined the pursuit. The chase stretched across counties, speeds climbing, patrol cars closing in, but the suspect refused to surrender. Near mile marker 203, the net tightened. Commands echoed through pounding hearts. He couldn't cross that line. When you carry a secret too heavy, even the quietest highway will speak. And the interstate never forgets who tried to run. Modesto, California. A motorcycle pursuit led officers to a home under a federal search warrant. As they entered, tension grew. Inside, 42-year-old Jesse James Brooks barricaded himself in a room.
Davey switching spots.
Yeah, putting a big hit check. 20 frames,
I don't think it's fake.
No, that's not fake.
Mike, you can hold on that door.
After failed negotiations, he suddenly opened fire, striking Officer Michael Rocatus. Police fired back. Brooks was wounded and taken into custody. Rocatus survived but suffered critical injuries, requiring multiple surgeries after nearly 2 weeks in intensive care. What began with negotiation ended in gunfire, leaving a criminal behind bars and an officer forever marked by that night.
Get Mikey out. Hold Mikey. 2 of us will hold this guy. Do not drop his hands. I got close. Where's that? Where's the? Don't worry about the gun. Get him first. Can you stand up? We don't have to, dude.
Stand up. I know it's gonna hurt. Stand up.
Someone got him down the glove.
Or we got him.
You stay home this crime scene. Okay.
Check the hard corner.
You guys, I want to check you guys.
Absolutely.
Put the gun
Police responded to the home of 27-year-old Walter Wallace Jr. after reports that he was armed with a knife. Despite repeated orders to drop it, Wallace continued moving toward them.
Put the knife down now! Put the knife down now! Put the knife down now! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Down now! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Man, back up! Man! Man, back up, man! Man, back up!
As the tension reached its peak, 2 young officers opened fire, a step no officer wishes to take.
Move! 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 Put the knife! Put the knife!
Gunfire echoed through the neighborhood as Wallace fell before the stunned eyes of his neighbors. Wallace's family later said they would not pursue charges against the officers. The investigation is still ongoing. A quiet street turned tense in an instant, a reminder of how fragile normal life can be when commands go ignored. What started as a simple license plate violation turned into a full-speed pursuit. A white Mercedes ignored commands to stop and sped away. The car tore through SR-70, jumped onto I-95, weaved traffic, and crashed while making an illegal U-turn. Despite pressure, the driver refused to give up. Two pits later, the car was stopped. Inside, cocaine, MDMA, marijuana, and a fake plate. Both suspects were taken into custody. Running might feel like freedom for a moment, but consequences always ride shotgun. If you were the officer that day, how would you respond? Comment yes if you'd follow the law all the way. A simple seatbelt stop turned into a high-speed pursuit when Jonathan Hartger hit the gas instead of pulling over. His elderly mother was in the back seat, also unbuckled. Hartger sped through I-75/85 and I-85, weaving across lanes, forcing other drivers off the road, and even driving against traffic. Speeds hit 95 miles per hour. After multiple PT attempts, officers stopped the vehicle. Hartiger resisted but was taken into custody. He had a suspended license, a fake plate, and a warrant from Michigan. Fear and pressure might spark panic, but they don't justify chaos. Sometimes stopping isn't losing, it's choosing safety over pride. New Orleans, Louisiana, January 17th. Call from a housing manager reported an armed intruder inside his office, prompting a police response. When officers arrived, 40-year-old Donald Davis Jr. pulled out a firearm, shouted challenges, and ignored repeated commands. He fired once toward officers, forcing them to respond with gunfire. The confrontation ended within moments. Davis was transported but did not survive his injuries. The family said he struggled with schizophrenia after a troubled childhood and may have provoked the clash. The quiet street left behind reminds us that untreated wounds of the mind can be as dangerous as any weapon. What began as a search for a stolen Mazda quickly unfolded into a confrontation that ended in gunfire. Officers spotted the car at an intersection and set up a box in. Behind the wheel was 20-year-old Zoe Dowdle. Instead of stopping, Dowdle accelerated into police vehicles. Officers, facing immediate danger, opened fire. Dowdle did not survive, while 2 passengers were injured but lived. Inside the car, police found weapons and evidence tied to earlier crimes. One choice to run instead of stopping turned the encounter into the final chapter of a youth cut short. Deputy Sean McGuigan was monitoring traffic near I-75 in Mechanipi when he saw a gold Chevy Suburban blow through a stop sign and swerve into the oncoming lane. The driver, 33-year-old Matthew Richardson, was already on probation for DUI and fleeing police. Instead of stopping, he pushed the SUV onto US 441, leading deputies north into Marion County.
Through the median. We're at 70. 50 miles an hour. We're at 30. He ran me. He's running back.
For 10 minutes, the chase unfolded at high speeds until a precise Piet maneuver ended the pursuit just half a mile over the county line. Richardson was booked into jail on multiple charges with bond set at $245,000. A single ignored stop sign became the start of a ride that ended only in handcuffs. Just after midnight, troopers were alerted to a dangerous situation unfolding across multiple counties. John Cowan was accused of kidnapping his child, armed and making threats. He left the child safe at a gas station, then tore through the night in a Dodge Ram, lights off, ignoring every attempt to stop him. Kansas Pass Bridge, Cowan refused to surrender. 2 PIT maneuvers were executed. The second sent the truck crashing into the mangroves.
Come here, hands up! Walk over the guardrail! Walk towards me! Get on the sidewalk like the stomach, hands out like an airplane!
After minutes of hiding, he stumbled out injured and gave up, now facing a long list of state and county charges. The bridge that should have carried traffic became the place where accountability stood firm in the darkness, unmoved by speed or regret. Officers tried to stop a white Ford Fusion linked to vehicle theft, but the driver, Juwan Jackson, refused to pull over.
Hit the shoulder at the northbound at the 1.
Sped through a residential area, ran red lights, and entered the I-20 freeway. A PT maneuver pushed his vehicle into the guardrail, but Jackson still tried to flee. Jackson ran downhill, escaped K9 Loco, but was tracked from above. A trooper used a taser near train tracks to arrest him. Jackson now faces multiple charges and had an active warrant. If running means risking everyone else's safety, maybe stopping is the real freedom. A stolen box truck barreling the wrong way on I-75 turned Tuesday morning into a scene of chaos. Brandon J. Baker, 34, had just committed an armed carjacking before taking the truck from the Tampa area.
Corey, where you at now? Northbound into Butler Plaza. Northbound 37 Boulevard.
As he drove north in the southbound lanes, he smashed into multiple vehicles, including police cruisers, showing no sign of slowing down.
Hey, you good? Signal board and wrong lane of traffic. Attention team, we are going through the Metro Diner Plaza. We're now turning north. Everybody, let's drive you for a second. Keep calling. We're through the parking lot. Want to come out on 34th Street. Attention team, again, coming back out on the 34th Street. Going back southbound on 34th.
The pursuit ended in Gainesville when Baker ditched the truck and ran. Troopers and deputies quickly closed in, taking him into custody without further incident. Speed, steel, and defiance can't outrun justice. One reckless choice doesn't just risk your future, it threatens everyone in your path. He stole a CRV right from a woman's driveway. With the owner's help, police tracked the SUV to an alley in Eastlake.
Hey, Seattle police!
Spotting officers, the suspect jumped in, slammed into a baby carrier, a patrol unit, and 2 parked cars, barely missing a toddler.
Stop! Under arrest! You are under arrest!
He ran, but was tackled after resisting arrest. 3 officers were injured. Inside the SUV, tools, drugs, and a banned magazine. Stealing a car isn't just theft, it puts strangers in the crosshairs of chaos.
What are you doing, dude?
Look your hands! Look your hands!
Outside a convenience store in Roy City, a routine call turned critical on February 21st. Employees had reported Nicolas Sanchez acting suspiciously, his car left running in the lot. Officers arrived, questioned him, and soon noticed he was armed.
Yeah, come over here and talk to me. Are you with him?
No.
Come on over here and talk to me for a second. Or do you just want to be arrested right now? It's your choice. I will let you know. Come over here. We got a call on you. Over here. Yeah, do not reach for it. Put your hand.
What are you doing, dude?
Look your hands! Look your hands! We have 311, shots fired! Shots fired!
Sanchez struggled with one officer as commands were shouted. His gun went off during the fight, and a second officer fired as well. Moments later, Sanchez was down, his weapon recovered. Both officers are now on paid administrative leave as the investigation continues. The store doors closed again, but the echoes of that brief clash will stay with everyone who witnessed it.
I actually ended up shooting with his own gun, so it's okay.
Where?
At midday in San Antonio's Arnold Park, what should have been a quiet afternoon was interrupted by gunfire. Witnesses pointed them toward 26-year-old Raul Arzola. He stood up, first aiming the handgun at himself, then turning it toward police and opening fire. Both officers shot back, striking Arzola. After a short chase, he was taken into custody and the handgun was recovered from the ground.
Get down! Get down!
Arzola was rushed to the hospital in critical condition and now faces multiple aggravated assault charges. A public park turned tense in seconds, reminding us how quickly safety can slip away once a weapon is raised. Around 1 p.m., police received a report of a man swinging a metal pipe on Wilshire Boulevard. Officers from the LAPD's Wilshire Division quickly arrived, hoping to defuse the situation peacefully. Fortunately, the officer sustained only minor injuries and was treated at the scene.
Put the stick down. No, put the stick down. I ain't put nothing down. Put the stick down. Tase him.
Put that down.
Tase him. Get him again. Sorry. What you doing? Back off. Back off.
But it doesn't always end that way. In the end, it's composure and restraint that shape the outcome. October 12th, 2022, 12:30 a.m. in Decatur, police stopped Jamonte Neal, 32 years old, on suspicion of carrying a firearm. Inside the car were 2 guns, one directly beneath him.
Okay, show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Step out of the car.
For what?
Do not move. Get out of the car. Do not move.
For what?
Do not move. Do not move.
Get your hand up now! Now! Get up!
Do not reach for it.
Ain't nothing under my ass. Hands up right now. Ain't nothing under my ass. Keep your hands up right now. Do you understand me? Grab the roof right now. Grab the roof right now. I'm gonna end up shooting you. You see a gun? Shoot me. Look, stop. Look under my ass. Ain't nothing under my ass.
When officers ordered him to exit, he refused, then suddenly pulled a gun and opened fire. A shootout followed.
Shot fired!
Neil was struck multiple times and later died at the hospital. Both injured officers have been released and are now recovering. Every second on duty can shift without warning.
Hit him in the arm, hit him in the leg. Arm, which arm?
Charlie Henry.
A stolen getaway didn't last long. Atlanta, Georgia. February 1st, 2025 officers spotted a vehicle linked to an armed robbery in Hapeville. The driver fled, triggering a pursuit by the ACE unit.
Alright, we're southbound, standby proceed.
Southbound Pharaoh. We're still southbound. We're going to be in front of the Georgia South Convention Center. Show them me. 16 on call. 16 on call. 16 on call. 16 on call.
It ended with a precise pits maneuver that brought the chase to a halt.
Where you got him?
One suspect ran, but was caught within minutes. The others surrendered without resistance. Some run from the law, forgetting that accountability isn't something you can outrun. Deputies responded to reports of a man chasing people with a sharp object at a gas station near Fair Oaks Avenue and Woodbury Road. The suspect, 47-year-old Charles Towns, ignored commands to stop. As deputies followed, he stabbed an elderly woman in the face and moved to attack another person. A deputy-involved shooting occurred. Towns fell, got up, and advanced toward deputies before collapsing from gunshot wounds. Paramedics arrived, but he did not survive. 2 civilians suffered stabbing injuries, and the weapon, a pair of scissors, was recovered. Violence can erupt in an instant, and timely action is the line between danger and safety.
Easy.
Get out of the car right now!
A traffic stop on I-90 escalated when 21-year-old Victor Hernandez Paredes refused to pull over his Honda Civic. During the high-speed pursuit, his younger brother Daniel appeared in a silver Infiniti, cutting between patrol cars and Victor's vehicle to interfere.
The Honda has a flat tire slack. This car's falling apart from the
Honda has a flat tire on the front of it.
exiting the high point, started for 5 minutes. When I originally stopped. He had the window that he has a kid and he's losing control. We're on an off ramp, he's lost control, faced the wrong way.
Victor's Honda eventually spun out and crashed into a ditch, where troopers discovered a woman and child inside, thankfully unharmed. but Daniel fled westbound in the Infinity, and the chase continued.
It's spinning out. Now it's facing the right way. It's in the ditch. Go, go, go.
Looks like Seattle's lining them up. They're stopping right here.
With helicopter support and Seattle police assistance, Daniel was finally taken into custody. Both brothers now face felony charges, proof that reckless choices can drag more lives into danger than they ever protect. April 5th in Alpharetta, Georgia, a traffic stop on Old Milton Parkway quickly turned tense. Behind the wheel was 24-year-old Dennis Aguirre. The officer suspected drugs and ordered him out of the car. Aguirre resisted, pulled back toward the driver's seat, and the officer was dragged several feet with his arm caught inside.
Clear. 729 at 1845, all units. Take non-emergency traffic directed. Old Milton Morris in the Waffle House parking lot. Old Milton Morris in the Waffle House parking lot.
The struggle ended on the ground where Aguirre was restrained. Both he and the officer sustained minor cuts before being cleared by medical staff. He now faces charges ranging from assault on an officer to drug trafficking and reckless driving. What began as a routine stop shows how fast defiance can unravel safety on both sides. Just before midnight, Trooper A. Matthews clocked a black Infiniti G37 at 102 miles per hour in a 60 zone on I-20. When the driver refused to stop, the chase began. Speed soared to 145 miles per hour as the car ran a red light, weaved through traffic, and pushed eastbound on the interstate. The pursuit ended on the Glenwood Avenue exit, where a PIT maneuver spun the Infiniti into the median. The driver still tried to flee, but was forced out at gunpoint and taken into custody. He was identified as Charles Hopkins, showing signs of alcohol impairment and later found to have an outstanding warrant. Hopkins now faces multiple charges, a reminder that reckless speed only shortens the road, while accountability keeps it open. Mayhem broke out on a Tuesday morning when a stolen yellow school bus led police on a wild chase across 2 states. Behind the wheel was 32-year-old Chad A. Murdoch. It began around 10:15 a.m. in Cincinnati, Ohio, as the bus tore through yards, fields, and highways, forcing troopers into a high-speed pursuit that crossed into Indiana. After nearly an hour, stop sticks slowed the bus until it became stuck in a Shelby County field. Several patrol cars were damaged, but no one was injured. Murdoch was taken into custody and now faces multiple charges. A school bus is built to carry students, not recklessness, and one wrong choice turned the road into pure chaos.
Put the light down! Brandon!
Officers responded to Wilmington Boulevard, where a 26-year-old man, Brandon Russell Mahan Jr., held a knife and refused to drop it.
Don't be doing that, man. We don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt, man. Brandon! He's gone, but I'm off to Lavelle. All right, Brandon!
Hey, brother, get some, at least right here. At least we have a...
Put down the knife.
He ignored repeated commands and moved toward the officers. Less lethal rounds, including a beanbag shotgun and a 40mm projectile, were used but had no effect.
Hey, get down. Hey, put the knife down. 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 Get down.
As he continued forward with the knife, an officer-involved shooting occurred.
Don't move. Don't move. All right, bro. Don't move. Don't move. Do not move! Don't move.
Mahan fell to the ground, and officers used a taser before taking him into custody. He was transported to the hospital for treatment, and the knife he carried was collected as evidence. In that moment, a quiet street turned into a test of patience and restraint that no one passing by will easily forget. A blue Honda Grom, driven by a masked rider, refused to stop after troopers tried to pull him over for speeding on Griffin Road. Instead, 33-year-old Francisco Liscano made reckless U-turns, drove against traffic, cut across medians, and even struck a patrol vehicle during the chase. He abandoned the motorcycle and ran on foot, but fell and was quickly taken into custody. Troopers later confirmed the bike was stolen. This pursuit shows how one reckless ride can pile up into a chain of charges. Responsibility would have been the safer road.
TBI crash, start, man.
A red SUV swerved into oncoming traffic. No one knew the driver carried fentanyl, meth, and heroin. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, December 31st, 2024. 35-year-old Kayla Cervantes refused to stop when more officers attempted a traffic stop linked to her felony warrants.
Westbound, service road, westbound. We're getting on 240 westbound. Exit on Walker, westbound is the white Dodge Ram pickup.
She sped through red lights, cut across parking lots, and forced other drivers to swerve.
Gas station parking lot, now John, he's still in the parking lot. Out to the service road. TVI crash, start medical.
A precise TVI near I-240, and May flipped her vehicle on its side, ending the high-speed pursuit in seconds. Cervantes was safely removed from the vehicle and taken into custody. She now faces charges for drug trafficking and multiple outstanding warrants. The car might be flipped back onto its wheels, but trust, reputation, and the future aren't so easy to straighten out. Thanks for watching till the end. These chases remind us how real the danger is, and how brave our officers are. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe.